God may have said no to what you thought you had to have because his assignment for you is greater than what you want to do. It's an assignment where God will use you beyond your wildest imagination. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., before he went to pastor the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama, he applied to be the pastor at several other churches. And these 3 other churches that he applied to be, they turned him down. Come on, somebody. Yeah, they turned him down. They can boast about Martin Luther King sought to be our pastor. We turned him down. And I can imagine how Dr. King must have felt when he applied to the little church in Oklahoma City. And they told him, we're going to get a better man than you. He must have felt terrible when this church in New York that I won't name said, no, we're going to call somebody else. But God kept saying no, because God knew that down in Montgomery, Alabama, there was a Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. And if King had gone to Oklahoma City or New York City, he would have missed out on an important era in black history, because 1 year after he took over as pastor at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, a young lady named Rosa Parks said, I ain't taking this mess no more, and refused to get up on the bus. And because of what she did, Dr. King, who was turned down by this church and that church, became the leader and the drum major for justice. God is good like that he will shut some doors because he has a greater calling for your life. I remember I was at a conference. I was staying in the room on the concierge floor. I'm a Marriott Rewards Gold Card member, and so I try to stay on the top floor. Amen. Yeah, my wife said I'm a diva, but hey, that's just what it is. And so I was on the top floor, and so I got my key from the front desk, and I was trying to get to my room quickly because I had been traveling all day. I was tired, and as soon as I got my key from the receptionist, I saw across the lobby that there was an elevator that was getting ready to close. So I snatched the key, and I said, thank you, and I ran over to the elevator, and she said, hold on, Mr. Swan. I ignored her, kept going the best I could, trying to get to the elevator, but the elevator was closing, and I shouted to the person, hold the elevator, please. They started laughing at me and let the door close. Now, to say the least, I was a little ticked off because there was some white folk on the elevator laughing at me, and you know I don't play that mess. So I said to myself, I was going to watch and find out what floor they got off on, because I was going to go up there and let them know, homie, don't play that. But then the front desk receptionist said, Mr. Swan, that elevator doesn't go to your floor. That elevator only goes as high as the 7th floor. And you're on the top floor. So had I taken that elevator, it would not have taken me to where I was meant to go. Sisters and brothers, can you look back on your life and thank God for some closed doors? Thank God we do not always get everything we think we ought to have, because God knew that where we were trying to go would not take us where we were supposed to go. So Jesus says to the man, no, you can't go with me. I want you to go home. I want you to spread the good news at home. Go tell your family the good things the Lord has done. And in verse 20, the text says, watch this, I'm almost done here. And he went away and began to proclaim in Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him. And this is what I like about it. It says, and everybody was amazed. He went home. This was the crazy man. But he went home and everybody was amazed. Brothers, when we're at home, God will work through us not only to impact our home, not only to impact our children, but the whole community was impacted impacted by this brother's transformational testimony. Not just his home, not just his family, but the entire community